Hi everybody, and welcome back to Jenny's Allotment Garden. So today I am here at the plot by the park, and you know, I've actually not been here for about 3 weeks. I had a week where I couldn't come, and then someone at work tested positive for COVID, so I had to self-isolate. So this is the first time I've been back to the plot in 3 weeks, and I'm really hoping that all the work I did to sort of like with my no dig, with suppressing weeds and paths, has actually worked, because it has been raining tons. I know it is like glorious today, but it has been raining a lot. So I know that, well, the weeds in my back garden are also growing at an alarming rate. So I am really interested to see how the plot has managed while I've not been there. So let's go take a look. So here we are. Actually, the rhubarb is looking pretty good. These are the potatoes that I put in. They are second earlies. They've been in for about 13, 14 weeks. They are, I know, really little, and their older leaves are getting this little sort of fungal thing on them. I don't think it's actually blight. I'm pretty sure it's just old leaves, but they're looking okay. Paths are a little bit weedy, and I don't know if you can see over here, the ground elder is definitely making an appearance, so I'm going to have to really give that a bit of an attack to get that back down. But I am quite impressed that the vast majority of like the wildlife area has sort of stayed back from the plot, so it's not too bad actually. I'm gonna have to probably clear some stuff from this bed. Those are radishes that have gone to seed in the heat, and just weeds in that back one over there. Well, and some nasturtium as well, but mostly weeds. So I will clear that as well. Yeah, here is doing fine. I think it's not too bad actually. It isn't too weedy. The parsnips are coming on really well, so that is good. This is my really big salad bed. And again, not too weedy, so that's great. My peas have got out of hand because they were meant to be pea shoots, and they've got actual peas on them, which is not quite what we were going for, but that's okay. And these are my broad beans. It's a bit of a broad bean jungle at the moment, but I'm sure I can get that sorted out today. So I'm actually pretty pleased. I feel like this isn't too bad today. Despite not being here for 3 weeks, I feel like I could probably get on top of it pretty quickly, which is lovely. Obviously that is partly because it is such a small plot, and if you have a tiny plot, it's much quicker to get stuff done. But I think what I'm going to do today, I'm definitely going to harvest some lettuce. I'm going to cut back those peas probably pretty hard so that they start just producing shoots for me again, and take the little actual pea pods off them. I don't need pea pods. Well, I mean, I don't have any other peas, but still, I don't need pea pods. I'm going to cut back those so I can get some shoots back. Yeah, just clear a couple of the beds and probably try and clear some of the paths. I mean, honestly, that battle with the ground elder is just like a never-ending thing. So, you know, I'm just going to have to keep going with it. But yeah, let's go do some jobs. I've finished my quick clearing of these 2 beds, so they are actually looking pretty good now. I'm quite happy with that. I've got these 2 Swiss chard plants, ruby ones that I grew at home. I'm going to pop them in the bed because this bed's been empty all season, and I just, you know, I need to put something in it at some point. I've been trying to figure out what would do well at this end, but I'm not really sure. And I've got a teeny tiny fennel. I actually planted a row of fennel and only one has come up. So, and it's still really, really small. When did I plant it? Beginning of June. It's the end of July, so it's been 2 months. It has obviously only just germinated though. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put some more fennel in here, but I'm going to start it off at home. And over here, I really can't remember what these red plants are, and I don't seem to have a proper label for them, so we'll see. I think it's just a salad leaf anyway, and I've got a bit of kale over here, which again has stayed really small. So these were plant starts that I put in May. Yeah, they've just stayed really small, but I probably could harvest a couple of leaves off those now. So yeah, let's get this chard in, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I've managed to clear all the weeds from this bed, which took ages. So this is the parsnip bed, and what I've done is I've mulched it with some comfrey, which I'm hoping will mean that I get slightly less weeds next time. So the other things I've got to do today is a bit of harvesting. So I have in this bed here that's Lola Rosso red lettuce, but I've also got quite a lot of lettuce in here, including a couple which are about to bolt and go to seed. So I'm going to do a pretty big pick of all of this now, and then when I've done that, I am going to interplant it with some of the kale. So let me just show you over here. I have got some green curly kale and some red Russian as well. The green curly kale is going to go in here. I'm just going to plant it in between the lettuces because they'll be coming out pretty soon anyway, and they don't grow in the same space. So obviously the curly kale it's not a dwarf variety, it's a tall one, which is why we have this massive cage. So it should hopefully grow upwards, and it'll provide, well, it might provide a bit of shade, but it doesn't really matter because it's already in a shady spot. But that should go on just fine until I clear the lettuces. And if we come over here, I'm going to put the red Russian, I'm going to interplant it into this bed, which currently has broad beans in. Now, my broad beans have finished flowering, and they do have lots of pods to pick. The pods on this one, this is crimson flowered broad bean. So the pods are actually always pretty small. They tend to have only 3 or 4 beans in them. So because they pretty much will have finished, actually I probably won't pick them all today, but I'll interplant today with some kale, and then yeah, do a bit of picking and we'll see what the harvest is. So I've managed to clear the beds. I have harvested some lettuce and put some kale in, and I think I'm probably going to call it a day. It's like late afternoon. It's a gorgeous day, and I guess I'd quite like to just go and sit in the garden actually. So, but I'll show you what I've done before I go. So let's just turn you round. So here we go. I have interplanted some curly kale into this bed. Hopefully it's spaced far enough apart so that when I take the lettuce out, I will actually have enough space for them. Although this one may be a bit close to the edge, we'll have to wait and see about that, but maybe just harvest it a little bit harder. But yeah, there we go, all done for today. So I will see you guys next time. I hope that you are having a wonderful day, and that it is bright and sunny, and that you're having some fun in the garden. If you are also putting in those second set of vegetables ready for winter and spring for next year, let me know. I'd love to know what you're planting to. Take care. Bye bye.